So, you're dealing with an Aquarius man or woman, and you're trying to figure out, is this Aquarius about to ghost you? Well, you're in the right place. I am Lamarr Townsend. I'm an astrologer, a psychic, an energy channeler, a tarot reader, and I have predicted many things, alright, via astrology, via tarot reading. So if you would like a personal reading from me, then do not hesitate to reach out. You can definitely email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. You can text me, alright? My business phone number is 703-791-9162. You can also email me, like I said, at lamar.townsend@gmail.com. And the best way to reach me, call me, beat me, definitely would be to just go ahead and directly visit my website. That's where you can go to purchase your reading. If you want a same-day reading, meaning you want your reading the same day, the best way to do that is to purchase a phone reading, alright? Those typically always have same day priority. All of the readings do take 1 to 2 days or 1 to 3 days or less. And this is my website, so if you'd be interested in anything like that. Remember, I do birth chart readings, I do psychic tarot readings, I do candles, I do classes, astrology classes, tarot classes. So this is my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. You can definitely check this out. Become a member of my Patreon. Check out my Twitch where I do monthly horoscopes. Check out my podcast. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. And if you want a reading, just go directly to the store section. Once again, I do birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings, individual birth chart readings. I do phone psychic tarot readings, email psychic tarot readings, video recorded psychic tarot readings where you email me your questions and then I record myself doing your tarot spread, your tarot psychic reading, and then I email you that download link for that video to keep forever. I do mediumship readings if you want to connect to the spiritual realm. I do past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives as well. I do spiritual development classes and so much more. So if you'd be interested in any of these things, then definitely, once again, check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Excuse any background noise. I do have my window open because it's a very nice day and I have a cat. And with cats, it's good to have the windows open. However, I am a little svelte, alright? I'm a little hot. It is August, alright? Even though it's, breezy outside, easy breezy, it is still August in Virginia. So, don't mind me. I want to go ahead and get into the 5 signs that an Aquarius person is about to ghost you. Let's get into it. Let's just quickly do some facts about the zodiac sign Aquarius. First of all, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which rules the 11th house in astrology. And Uranus is associated with friends, social groups, social networks, whether online and in person. It also does rule technology, social media, the internet. Uranus also in Aquarius is also associated with unexpected change and all things of this nature. Aquarius is also co-ruled by Saturn, alright? So even though they're mainly ruled by Uranus, they do also have a Saturn influence. And Saturn is the planet that rules the 10th house, also, right next to the 11th house. And Saturn is associated with time, the past, karma, debt, weight, illness. It's also associated with one's professional destiny and status in society. It's also, for all intents and purposes, associated with the father or, the father's side of the family. So, these are just some, factoids about Aquarius. And now let's go ahead and get into the 5 signs an Aquarius is about to ghost you. The number 1 sign that an Aquarius is potentially about to ghost you is that, the number 1 sign is that, and by the way, these are in no specific order. The number 1 sign is that your plans with them frequently and unexpectedly change. Alright? Now, once again, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus by nature is very, unexpected and, can be topsy-turvy and, can be, it can kind of give off a flaky energy. But if this happens too often, it's one thing, if, you're making plans with an Aquarius and they switch it up or, they change things up, maybe once in a while, once in a blue moon, or something like that. But if they do it constantly, every time you set dates with them or set a meeting, to, meet up with them or call them or something like that, if they're always changing things, unexpectedly changing things, this could definitely be a sign that this Aquarius is most likely potentially about to ghost you, alright? So you definitely want to be mindful of that sign right there. Shout out to a green drink for giving a brother / sister, and when I say that, I'm gender fluid, by the way. but giving me energy. So, the number two sign that an Aquarius is about to ghost you is that they throw subliminal shade at you. Alright? Now, you got to pay attention to this. This is where, Aquarius' connection to social media, the internet, or social groups. You may hear them, about them throwing subliminal shade through the grapevine. You may see them throw subliminal shade on social media. You know how sometimes people post those quotes, online, in their stories or on their wall. And then you look at it and it's like, was that about me? Kind of thing. That, that's an Aquarius potentially throwing subliminal shade at you. But Aquarius can be so good at throwing subliminal shade that they'll actually do it right in front of your face, right in front of you, alright? This how this works is an Aquarius will, do something like maybe you're wearing a green shirt. And, just for an example, Aquarius is like, oh my god, I hate people with green shirts. I think they're so ugly. I think they're so basic. Blah, 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 blah. And then you look down and you're like, wait, does this person think that about me? That's exactly what they're saying. But then the Aquarius will be like, oh my god, I didn't know you had a green shirt on. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, not you though. I love this green. Like, that's Aquarius throwing subliminal shade. So you gotta catch it. You gotta catch the shade, alright, when it's thrown. And just kind of, lock it away and key. Maybe, if you're bold, you might call them on their, their shade. But Aquarius isn't once again good at denying. So you've got to, be good at that. They're very aloof people. They're good at being aloof. Alright, so just keep that in mind. Let's get into the number 3 way that an Aquarius is potentially about to ghost you. The number 3 sign that an Aquarius is about to ghost you is that they become cold and indifferent towards you. And this is that Saturn side of them coming out. Saturn can be very cold and indifferent. Saturn is associated with self-discipline, which is why Capricorns, who are mainly ruled by Saturn, and also Aquariuses to a degree, are very self-disciplined people, alright? So if an Aquarius becomes cold and indifferent towards you, and you feel when they become cold and indifferent towards you, right? You become less of a priority. Maybe they value other friendships over you or other connections over you. If you start to feel this kind of cold shoulder from an Aquarius, this definitely could potentially be a sign that they're about to ghost you. Alright? So, once again, just some things to keep in mind. If an Aquarius becomes cold and indifferent, it can become really hard to get them back, to a warm space. So, Aquarius is also one of those people where you got to work with them where they're at, So, if they're cold and indifferent, it kind of is what it is. And maybe the best thing would be to give them space in that moment. Let's talk about the number 4 sign that an Aquarius is potentially about to ghost you. The number 4 sign that an Aquarius is about to ghost you is that they begin avoiding you. Alright? If an Aquarius begins avoiding you, then this is a sign that they're definitely potentially about to ghost you. Alright? Aquariuses by nature can be very avoidant people, especially when there's something they just don't want to deal with in the moment. Once again, they're also people who aren't always, depending on, once again, we all have a moon sign, rising sign, and so on and so forth. So, no one Aquarius is the same, but, by nature, they're not the most emotional people. And avoiding can hurt. When someone is purposely avoiding you or seemingly avoiding you, that can hurt. It makes you feel like you have the cooties or something like that, right? So, when an Aquarius is starting to avoid you, this is number 1, a sign that, there's something within your relationship or connection that they're not wanting to deal with or address quite yet in that moment. Don't push them to, let it out, because once again, that will just further push them away. When the time is right, there will most likely be a point of honesty between you and this Aquarius. But, if this Aquarius is avoiding you, the time for you to have that point of honesty is clearly not right now, alright? So, definitely you would want to give this Aquarius space and respect their boundaries once they start avoiding you. And finally, the last sign that an Aquarius is potentially about to ghost you. And this kind of goes back to number 2 a little bit. The number 5 sign that an Aquarius is about to ghost you, and this is a big one. This is like a telltale sign that you can't ignore. If you ignore this one, honey, then you're wearing rose-colored glasses most likely. The number 5 sign that an Aquarius is about to ghost you potentially is that they begin to talk negatively about you to other people, and it gets back to you. Alright? It's one thing to talk negatively about someone when they behind their back when they're not there, but it never gets back to that person. But if it gets back to you that this Aquarius has been talking negatively about you or not saying the best things, this definitely could be a sign that, number one, this Aquarius is messy, alright? But number two, most importantly, they are potentially about to ghost you. And to be honest, once we get to number 5, it's maybe best for you to ghost them, alright? Once again, you may feel compelled to confront the Aquarius. That choice is yours. But I think the biggest thing with an Aquarius is understanding your own worth. An Aquarius will only treat you according to, how you value your own worth. They can see through that kind of stuff, alright? Alright. These have been the 5 signs that an Aquarius is potentially about to ghost you. What other signs do you know, or can you think of that an Aquarius is potentially about to ghost you? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you all. Remember, if you want a personal reading from me, I am available. Do not hesitate to reach out. I am one of the best psychics, one of the best astrologers, one of the best tarot readers on YouTube, period. Alright? On the internet, period. So thank you all for your support. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. God bless.